Welcome to the University of Rhode Island's Physics Department. For today's lab, we will be experimenting with torque. What is torque? Torque, which is derived from the Latin word meaning to twist, is loosely described as a twisting or turning force. In physics, torque is explained as a rotational force applied to an object around a specific axis. In our previous lab, there was an example of linear force caused by pulleys that resulted in a push and pull action. Torque is different from this type of linear force as it describes an action of rotations in the clockwise or counterclockwise position. An example would be a lever. Levers are normally used to make an object move using less force. In SI units, torque is defined as Newton meters and written as tau is equal to the radius times the force times the sine of the angle. The purpose of this lab is to experimentally find the fulcrum point to help determine an unknown mass of the system. The fulcrum point is a point in which the system is balanced. For the first part of this experiment, our unknown is the mass of the meter stick. The torques acting on the ends of the meter stick needs to be equal to each other so the meter stick has no rotation. Essentially, this means that the meter stick has to be balanced at its center of mass. As you can see, I will try to balance this meter stick. As we can see, the meter stick is balanced at a certain point on the meter stick. We record this fulcrum point here. Then we attach a known mass on one side of the meter stick and we rebalance again. So we take a mass that we know of and lock it in place at any point. So we know the position of the known mass here and the new fulcrum point, and thus we can determine the mass of the meter stick using our calculations. For the second part of this experiment, we are attaching an unknown mass to the opposite side and we rebalance. So we take an unknown mass again, it's okay if it falls, and then we attach it to one side here and lock it in place. So finally, we have the points of the masses here and the new fulcrum point here, and using our calculations with the meter stick, the mass of the meter stick, and the mass of this mass that we know of, we can determine this unknown mass here.